But I've noticed that about your work. It's become very like very thematic
Right, right.
over the years, and that's I say this to a lot of people, but I like really admire that level
Oh,
of
thank you.
discipline where it's like I don't know how you do it. How do you just
Right.
stick on one thing? But you do. You paint little animals, little cute
Yeah.
woodland animals, and you paint a lot of ladies with dreamy
Yes.
robes in the
Gowns.
forest. Yeah.
Yeah.
What draws you to that work? Like, what is it about
Um,
it that you keep
yeah,
coming back to?
I don't know. I just find it very beautiful, and
Mhm.
I feel old saying this, but like I graduated high school like 30 years ago. And so at that time in the 90s, when I think a lot of everybody was born, I was like, the 90s saw a resurgence of like the
Mhm.
pre-Raphaelite, like literature and artwork. Like you would walk into the mall and there was a store called Prince Plus, and they would
Okay.
have all the pre-Raphaelite, like Lady of Shalott and
Mm,
all these really beautiful pieces in poster form, and you could buy a
mhm.
humongous like poster of it. Um,
Yeah.
so I was a kid then, and I just always really loved that
Mhm.
the romance of it and the
Mhm.
dreaminess of it, and so that's just I guess what I'm drawn to create myself.
Yeah. I really remember. I know the phase you're talking about.
Yeah,
And you do not look like you graduated 30 years ago.
yeah.
You know?
I it's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband just turned 50, and I'm
Oh
right
wow!
behind him. Yeah.
Congratulations!
And
Yeah.
so I'm like, I'm getting old. Like I feel like, but I don't feel old yet, you know.
You don't look old. Like
No,
you
thank you.
totally don't look old. I think I just saw some research about that. Like, if you're really into art and things like that, like artistic expression, it tends to keep you in a younger
Oh,
state, like mentally, cellularly. Like we just, yeah, it keeps you younger.
oh,
And
that's interesting.
yeah, and I was
That
like,
makes
no, that
sense.
tracks. I feel like that tracks. A lot of the artists that I see, they have a vitality to them because you're never really letting go of that curiosity, right?
Right. Yeah, no.
hmm hmm And that wonder, that sense of like the world is new and fresh, and
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think I posted it on my stories and I captioned it, "Maybe she's in the masterpieces."
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, "Yeah, this is totally." I think that that's true. I mean, there is like the odd artist that you see like they've caked on the makeup and they're making themselves look younger, but for
Right.
the most part, artists like could not be bothered to put
Yeah,
on a
no.
bunch of makeup and dress nice unless it's like, "Oh, I guess I have to do this for
Right.
marketing," and, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
pretend
no.
to look younger. Yeah, because it's like, that's the work over there, don't look
Right.
at me, and don't
Yeah.
talk to me, please.
Yeah, no. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I love this because I feel like a lot of people who are visually focused tend to not love to talk about it. But when it's
Right.
a conversation, I feel like I get a lot more out of you.
Yes.
I get more out of the artist because it's just we're just chatting,
Right. Yeah,
and I
it's just a
love
chat.
that. Yeah, I love that because
Yeah.
it gives people who maybe are collectors or whatever kind of an insight without it being feeling weird. I
Right.
hope.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I
Yeah.
enjoy it. Like I watched most of your interview with Bryn, and I
Mhm.
enjoyed like that. And I was like, okay, this is cool. I can do it.
Yeah, totally. And
Yeah.
Bryn's super, super cool. I feel like we could have kept talking
Yeah.
if like we didn't if the call in nature wasn't a
Right.
thing. Yeah. That's what's so neat because it's like you get into this groove where you're like chatting with somebody and you're like,
Yeah.
man,
About something you like.
be friends for like
Yeah.
ever. Yeah,
Right.
totally. Yeah. So it's super fun. Yeah, and so you've been in a few collectives, right? Where
Yeah.
you're and I think that and we were in one together just recently.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah, and you were in that one for quite a while. Were you a founding member of and no, I'm
Oh, it
terrible
was
with names.
it was Stardust.
Stardust.
That's okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah.
No, I wasn't a founding member. Um,
Okay.
but in like 2018, they had a call to artists,
Right.
and I had applied. And it was funny because like it was through Facebook, and I had gotten like a message. And I was like, oh my goodness, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. They're going to say no.
Aw.
Because I was like kind of just starting out, and but they said yes. So I was
Nice.
in it like since 2018. But then like COVID hit, and it kind of, as it hit a lot of artists pretty hard. And
Good.
we
Yeah.
we had a lot of people like back out and like
Hmm.
leave. And I somehow became part of the admin team, like because I was
Hmm.
running their Instagram.
Right.
um, and then it ended up kind of like a lot of the responsibility was on me, which was fine,
Mhm.
but it's like I also have a job out of the house, like part-time.
Yeah.
So it was it wasn't really like doing well. And
Mm.
so I had said to the girls like last fall, I was like, this will be my last year. And then they were like,
Mm.
oh, we're actually going to close it. So I was like, oh,
Oh.
okay.
Oh.
So that ended up
Yeah.
happening.
Mhm.
And then I honestly had no intention in becoming part of another collective. Um,
Mhm.
like the end of last year, I was like, I'm just going to focus on creating. And it was like the
Mhm.
first time in my life that I was like, I'm not going to like listen to the noise of the internet. I just want to like
Mhm.
do my own thing. Um,
Absolutely.
it was like this clarity. And then
Mhm.
I got contacted by Olga Furman, who's
Mhm.
part of Heart and Soul Art Collective, asking if I'd want to be a guest artist. And like that's never happened. Like nobody's ever
Mhm.
like reached out to me like that. So I was like, yeah. So and then here I
Yeah.
am. I'm part of it now. So
Nice.
and it's really great. It's run so well, and
Oh,
yeah.
lovely. And
So
so for people who aren't familiar with collectives and
mm,
auction, because it's an auction
hmm
collective, and this is a very new phenomena that
yeah.
has kind of come about. Can you just give us a little like elevator pitch on how these work?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's run on Facebook, and with this particular collective, Heartful Soul, it's a group. So you would join the group on Facebook, and every month, a certain few days of the month, I think it's the 5th through the 7th, there's an auction with a specific theme. Like next month,
Mhm.
June 5th through 7th, is Tiny Treasures. So
Nice.
it's all art that's under 10 inches. So very collectible and affordable.
Hmm.
Um, so when it runs, the auction, people can bid on the piece or buy it now. And
Hmm.
it's a really nice way to just collect art and
Hmm.
meet the artists. This particular
Totally.
collective is really like kind of almost like a family, like the collectors
Mm.
and the artists all interact together during the whole time. So
Oh,
it's
lovely.
it's
That's
pretty
so
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I would say finding collectors is such a big part of being an artist. these
Mm.
days, and it really is like a relationship. Do you find it hard to do
Yeah.
that part? I
Yes,
find it hard.
I do.
I always feel bad. I always
Me
feel
too.
bad. I'm always like, hello, dear
Yeah.
collector. Thank you. I love you, but also, do you
Yes.
want to buy a painting?
Me too. Like it's that meme where there's fire in the background, the world's burning, and you're like, "Do you want to buy a painting?" Like,
That's yeah, unfortunately, that's how it feels. But I feel
I
like
know.
I mean, we shortchange ourselves with that meme because
I think we do.
honestly, like we are as artists, I think artists are like kind of the salve on the
Yeah.
wounds, you know, and
Yeah. Really.
it really, I think, and especially I saw that during COVID, you know, people
Hmm.
really just finding solace in art.
Right.
So no, you're not that mean. You are
Yeah. No.
you're so much more.
But
You're
yeah,
making people young.
yeah, like my biggest, like, I get excited when people, will want to purchase something, like if it's on Etsy or at an auction.
Mhm.
But then I am immediately like stressed out and I'm like, oh, I hope they love it in person. Like, it's like one of those like things.
Oh, and I'm sure that they do because I feel
Yeah, they end
like
up doing that. Like they'll like message me and show me like where they like
mhm,
hung it up, and that's always nice.
mhm.
And I don't know why I feel that way, but I just do sometimes. I'm like, I hope they like it.
Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like pictures are maybe not even 50%, but maybe like 30% of the
Mm-hmm.
actual presence of a real piece of art, especially because you're
Exactly.
selling oil paintings and like very
Yes.
much like an impressionistic oil on canvas.
Yeah.
Um, and very like I feel because I've chatted with you for a little while and kind of gotten to know you,
Mm.
you emotionally invested in your work from what I can tell.
Yes.
Like very like you're putting so much heart into your pieces. I feel like anyone who's collecting your work must feel like that is imbued into each piece.
I hope so. Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you're right. Like, a painting is totally different. Like, I have the hardest time
Mhm.
photographing or scanning my work because it
Mhm.
looks, as much as you can have the best photograph or something, it really doesn't capture the essence of being in the presence. Like, as you know, like,
Mm-mm, mhm.
just the brush strokes and the way the light hits and
Mm.
reflects, it's like a totally different beast when you see it in person.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think my first real experience with masterwork was
Mm,
when I was like 17 and I went to 'cause there's only maybe a few really good museums in Canada. I went to the National Museum of Art in Canada. My godparents took me there, so
nice.
I felt very honored I got to go there, and so that's in Ottawa. It's very far away from where I am.
Oh,
I
wow.
think you'd probably like I think it took us 2 weeks to drive.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
like, yeah, like it's a long trip. I mean,
That sounds
we stopped and slept in the night. Like we didn't go straight, but it's quite a ways away from and I feel like I need to say that because
mm.
um Americans maybe don't understand the scale of the provinces.
Yeah,
We're
I
very
don't, like,
far
so this
apart.
is
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and we would stop at the night and we would like sleep and we'd just drive during the day, but still took us like 2 weeks. We did some
Wow.
sightseeing in each province, but yeah, if you were to drive straight from so Vancouver, where we were, to Ottawa, it would probably take you a week. Like
Oh,
it
wow.
take yeah, just driving around the Great Lakes took 2 days.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so they're massive. The provinces are massive. Where my family lives and where I live right now, so we're still in Western Canada. I'm in Alberta. They're in
Okay.
BC. It's about 13 hours just
Oh,
to get
wow.
back to where no, it's 16 hours, sorry, to get back
Wow.
to the town that I moved from.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, and
That's
so,
far.
and the Canadians always measure things in hours. We don't measure things in
Okay.
miles or kilometers
Oh, that's
because
interesting.
it would be it was hundreds, right? It's like it's very
Right.
far away. Um, Anyways, so that's all to say, um, I haven't been back since, but when I was 17,
Right.
41 now, 17,
Right.
I had the chance to see Klimt
Oh,
original
that's
in the National.
awesome.
It was amazing.
Wow.
At the time, I was 17. I thought it was cool,
Right.
and I'm like, oh yeah, Clint. Like, I always thought his stuff was weird.
Right.
And I saw his work. Like, my mom would had lots of like reproductions. She'd always buy like the little journals with the art, right? Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
pre-Raphaelite stuff. She
Yep.
loved the Lady of Shalott, so we always had
Right.
like little tins and things like that with just
That's
pre-Raphaelite
cool.
stuff on it. Yeah, my mom loved that stuff.
Oh.
Um, and so I'm looking at his this piece, and there's tons of people around because it's a busy museum. And I don't know what it was. Something came over me, and I
Mm.
just started like tearing up, and just like
Wow. It really
tears
touched
running down
you.
my cheek. And
Oh,
like there was no conscious thought about why. I
right.
couldn't, I still like to this day couldn't
Yeah.
really tell you why, but
It was
there
like
was
a
something
feeling.
about it. Yeah, it was
Wow.
something about like seeing, and I don't even remember the specific work, but I know it was from his
Hmm.
gold phase,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
it was massive too. I think it was nine
Wow.
feet
Oh,
tall.
gee. Yeah.
It was like a narrower piece, but it was huge. And
Wow.
6 to 9 feet, I can't remember. I just remember thinking this man is dead,
Right.
and I'm still looking at his work like he
That's
wrote
amazing.
this love letter to the future.
Right.
Like me right now, I get to see the inner workings of this person's mind,
Right.
and they're dead and gone and buried, and
Yeah, that's
their bones are
amazing.
bleached
Yeah.
somewhere. And I just thought, like, what in the
Mm.
world? Like, it changed my life.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I would still be doing art if I hadn't had that encounter.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that because actually, like when I was a teenager too, so we live like we're lucky to live like 45 minutes from Boston. And
Oh wow,
so
that's
when I
cool.
was a teenager, yeah, that's cool. We
Yeah.
went to the Museum of Fine Arts and I loved art anyway, but the
Mhm.
one piece of art that I just totally fell in love with was a Renoir. It's called Dance at, um, I forget what it's called. It's like
Mhm.
leaving my brain right now. I
That's
actually have it.
okay.
I have the print in my office, but
Mhm.
it was like you said, it was huge. It was because you
Mhm.
only ever see it like on prints or and
Mhm.
they're small.
Maybe.
And this thing was enormous, and the
Mhm.
colors were insane. Like there's green like leaves in it, and it was like almost neon. It totally like threw me off because seeing it in person, it was so much more vibrant. And so I only ever saw it then because now every time I go to the museum, it's always on loan to like the Paris
Oh,
gallery or this gallery. I'm like, I'm never going to
oh,
see this
shoot.
painting again. It's always like
No.
this blank wall. I'm like, okay, really? I just
You
want to
just
experience
like
again.
write to the curator. This
Yeah.
painting changed my life. You need to
Yeah.
write me a letter the next time it isn't.
Yeah. I better check.
Yeah, totally. Have to like make a pilgrimage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To find it.
To Yeah, I know, and I've told that story about the Klimt one before, and people have asked me, "Well, what piece was it?" And I'm like,
Right?
"No clue,
It
no
just
clue."
like blows your mind.
I don't remember. I remember thinking it was weird, and I
Right?
didn't like it, and then I
Right?
started crying. So,
Wow.
and then I don't know. It's wild though because you just don't expect some artwork to hit like it does.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you a fan of Renoir before you saw his piece or
No, that's when I became a fan of
okay.
him. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I remember like senior year, I took an oil painting class, and we
Mhm.
had to write like a paper about like a famous artist, and then paint in the style of him. And
Mm.
so my painting, I mean, it wasn't that great, but I did write a little bit about him. And yeah, at
Yeah.
that time, I was like really obsessed with his works. They're just
Mhm.
so like, you know, beautiful and like light and dreamy. And,
Mm.
you know, you go to up close and personal to it, and it's just these brush strokes, and you step away and
Yeah.
it's like real. It's like
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.